In the annals of automotive history, few rivalries have burned as fiercely or left as indelible a mark as the clash between the Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution and the Subaru Impreza WRX STI, born in the crucible of the World Rally Championship. These two Japanese titans emerged not merely as cars, but as mechanical avatars of speed, precision, and raw, unbridled power. The story begins in the early 1990s, a time when the WRC was a gladiatorial arena of dirt, gravel, and tarmac. Mitsubishi and Subaru, two Japanese manufacturers with wildly different philosophies, found themselves locked in a battle for supremacy that would reshape the automotive landscape for decades to come. The rules of engagement were simple yet brutal. To compete at the highest level, manufacturers had to produce road-going versions of their rally cars. This process, known as homologation, gave birth to two of the most iconic performance machines of the modern era. Subaru, the plucky underdog, chose to build upon its unique boxer engine layout, a horizontally opposed configuration that nestled low in the chassis like a predator ready to pounce. This, combined with their symmetrical all-wheel drive system, created a car that seemed to defy the laws of physics, clinging to the road with the tenacity of a limpet to a storm-lashed rock. The Impreza WRX STI was more than a car. It was a statement of intent, a rally weapon honed to perfection on the world's most treacherous stages. Mitsubishi, on the other hand, took a different path. The Lancer Evolution was a technological tour de force, a testament to Japanese engineering prowess. At its heart lay the legendary 4G63T engine, a power plant that would become the stuff of legend among tuners and enthusiasts. But it was the Evolution's electronic wizardry that truly set it apart. The active yaw control system was nothing short of black magic, allowing the Evo to dance through corners with the agility of a ballerina and the raw aggression of a prize fighter. As these two mechanical gladiators evolved through successive generations, their rivalry reached fever pitch on the stages of the World Rally Championship. The late 1990s saw battles of epic proportions, with drivers pushing their machines and themselves to the very limits of human endurance. Tommi Mäkinen, at the wheel of his Mitsubishi, became a force of nature, his red and white Lancer Evolution carving through forests and mountain passes with surgical precision. Colin McRae, the wild Scottish maverick, hurled his Subaru Impreza through the air with reckless abandon, his never-said-I attitude perfectly embodied in the growling flame-spitting WRX. These were not mere races. They were operatic performances played out on a global stage. The sound of gravel pinging off underbodies mixed with the distinctive warble of boxer engines and the sharp crack of anti-lag systems firing. Crowds lined treacherous mountain roads, risking life and limb to catch a glimpse of their heroes as they blasted past in a blur of mud and noise. This was motorsport at its rawest, most visceral best. But the impact of this rivalry extended far beyond the rarefied world of professional rallying. As homologation specials, both the Lancer Evolution and the Impreza WRX STI found their way onto public roads, bringing rally-bred performance to the masses. These were not just fast cars. They were giant killers, capable of embarrassing supercars costing many times more. In the hands of skilled drivers, they could dance through twisting mountain passes or blast down autobahns with equal aplomb. The tuning scene exploded, with enthusiasts pushing these already potent machines to ever more extreme levels of performance. Engine swaps, massive turbochargers, and cutting-edge electronics became the norm, as owners sought to extract every last ounce of performance from their beloved steeds. The distinctive burble of a modified boxer engine, or the sharp hiss of a blow-off valve, became anthems for a generation of petrolheads. Popular culture embraced these Japanese icons with open arms. They became stars of video games, dominating virtual racetracks in titles like Gran Turismo and Need for Speed. Hollywood, too, fell under their spell, with both the Evo and the STI featuring prominently in action movies and car-centric blockbusters. These were no longer just cars. They were cultural touchstones, symbols of speed, rebellion, and the relentless pursuit of performance. As the new millennium dawned, the rivalry between Mitsubishi and Subaru showed no signs of abating. Each new generation brought more power, more sophisticated technology, and more extreme performance. The Lancer Evolution, now in its 8th iteration, had become a technological tour de force, its complex array of differentials and electronic aids allowing it to defy the laws of physics. The Impreza WRX STI, meanwhile, had evolved into a more refined beast, still raw and visceral, but now with a level of everyday usability that its predecessor could only dream of. But all good things must come to an end. As emissions regulations tightened and corporate priorities shifted, Mitsubishi made the painful decision to discontinue the Lancer Evolution line. The final Evo X rolled off the production line in 2016, marking the end of an era. Subaru, however, chose to soldier on, continuing to develop and refine the WRX STI for a new generation of enthusiasts. So, how do we judge the legacy of this epic rivalry? To declare a single winner would be to miss the point entirely. The Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution and the Subaru Impreza WRX STI represent more than just two competing car models. They embody an entire era of automotive passion and engineering excellence. They pushed each other to greater heights, spurring innovation and capturing the imaginations of enthusiasts around the world. These cars gave us some of the most thrilling moments in motorsport history. They democratized performance, bringing rally-bred technology to the masses. They inspired a generation of engineers, designers, and drivers. And perhaps most importantly, they reminded us all of the raw, visceral thrill that only a truly great car can provide. As we look to the future, with its promise of electric powertrains and autonomous driving, it's easy to feel a pang of nostalgia for the era of the Evo and the STI. But rather than mourn their passing, we should celebrate the incredible legacy they've left behind. These were more than just cars. They were the physical manifestation of passion, rivalry, and the relentless pursuit of perfection. The dust may have settled on their epic battles, but the echoes of screaming turbocharged engines and the sight of cars flying through the air will live on in the hearts and minds of enthusiasts for generations to come. The Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution and the Subaru Impreza WRX STI, legends born from dirt and gravel, forever locked in a dance of speed and glory.